Hello everyone. Today we will delve into a very important topic which is asked in many of the examinations and students often get confused about. That is GDP versus GNP. So, the name itself, gross domestic. So, domestic means what? It will be inside the country. That is what the domestic word means. So, first let's see or let's understand what GDP is, gross domestic product. So, we have the map of India here, right? So, this is the boundary, from Jammu to northeast, then South India, then here comes Gujarat here, and this. So, this is the whole boundary of India. So, across inside the country, from Jammu to Kanyakumari, he produces goods services. Everywhere we produce goods and services, right? So, if you take the total value of the goods and services produced within the country, within the country, so that is called the total value of all the goods and services produced within the country. That is means inside this boundary. So that is what the term domestic implies. That is called GDP, gross domestic product. And you have to remember a very important thing, that is irrespective of who is producing it. So inside the country, who is producing it, that doesn't matter. I will make it clear for you. So suppose you imagine like we have a company. Suppose this particular company here, so it is a Japanese company, right? It's in India. Suppose it's a Japanese company in India and it is producing some products inside India. So whatever products and services it gives, so whatever goods it creates, so whatever services it makes, it is inside the boundary, no? So it will be counted in the GDP. So that is what you have to know about GDP. Since GDP is clearer for you, I will explain what gross national product is. That is GNP. N stands for national. So imagine the word national. So national means a kind of citizen, right? National. He is an Indian national. So citizens can be everywhere, right? They can be inside the country or they can be sitting somewhere in other countries. They can be anywhere, no Indian citizens. So that makes the main difference. Let's see what is gross national product. So we have the goods services produced within the country. We add it up, right? And we will get the GDP. So once we get the GDP, so we have the GDP, then we add the income which is coming from outside by the Indian national. Suppose this guy is a software engineer. He is working in US, and he will be sending money in dollars to India. And likewise, many people who are in different parts of the globe, they send money to India, right? So that money which is coming, so that will also add up with the GDP, different the money from abroad. So that money is added. So we will get the gross national product. So I hope it is clear for you. This is not only the I'm telling about money. It's not money. It's like goods and services. This is what, for simplification I told money, like. So GDP plus the goods and services which are coming from outside the country by the nationals, right? Nationals means citizens. So that is what GDP and GNP, the differences. So GDP means it is domestic, right? That means it is within this particular boundary. This is a boundary and it is happening within the boundary. And gross national product means, so this inside the boundary plus something from abroad. So that makes the main difference between these two. I hope it is crystal clear for you. So always remember these example. Suppose in exams, you may get questions based on this. So get thorough with the concepts